Hey everybody, welcome to this video. I'm Laura123 and this is going to be a story time video. So I'm going to be telling you about the time that my dad caught me stripping. Yes, you heard me correctly. My dad caught me stripping. So do not worry, I was not stripping at some seedy, dodgy bar. He actually caught me stripping at home, well, in my bedroom to be very exact. And I was 8 years old. Okay, this sounds really weird. Why do I do these kind of story times? I do it because I think it's funny and I like kind of talking about childhood weird things I used to do, but yeah, it's a little bit really weird. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the video, by the way. If you do, please click like, comment, subscribe, that would be awesome. And yeah, let's do the story time. So I was about, it was either 7 or 8. It was kind of around that time, yeah. And for some reason, I used to love performing to my teddy bears and my dolls. So I'd basically get all my teddies and my dolls on my bed. I'd line them up in rows like an audience. So in my head, I thought I was on this, stage and they were my audience. And I would sing to them or dance to them. It was just like a little performance for them. I think it's because I'm a Leo. I've always been a bit of a kind of performer. Leos are kind of born natural performers. But anyway, so I used to do these like little shows for them. And then for some reason, I went from singing and dancing to my teddy bears to to stripping for them. So yeah, I'd line them up exactly the same like an audience. And I would just literally, well, take my clothes off, sing, do a little dance and try and look sexy. It was very bizarre. And I did this for ages, like literally ages. Come home from school, and I'd be like, da, 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 da. Yeah. So, yeah, it does sound really weird actually now, but at the time I thought it was pretty fun. So anyway, one day I was doing it. I was stripping to my teddy bears. I was stripping to my teddy bears, right? I don't think they enjoyed it, by the way. I think they've been traumatised for life, seriously. But yeah, I was doing this and I didn't hear my dad coming up the stairs. So I'm like, da, 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 da. Yeah, you get the idea, right? So I didn't hear him come up the stairs. The first time I knew that my dad was there was when he knocked on my bedroom door. And I remember looking around with this just like horror and like, oh my God, and just seeing him standing there. I don't know who looked more horrified actually, thinking back, me or him. We were both a bit like, startled. And my dad went absolutely crazy at me. He was so annoyed with me. He was like, Laura, what are you doing? Why are you taking your clothes off to your teddy bears? Why are you doing this? What are you doing? And I just remember crying and crying and crying and going, I'm just performing for them, just doing a show. It was a kind of show, but... So anyway, yeah, he basically told me to put all my clothes on. He was like, Laura, this has got to stop. We'll have a talk about this later. And I cried and cried and cried. Anyway, so that evening, he told my mum as well, and they both kind of confronted me about this stripping. And I just kind of explained that I just thought it was fun. And, I love doing these shows for my teddy bears and my dolls. And they said, that's fine. Carry on singing and dancing, but don't take your clothes off. It's just not right. Only adults should do that. It's not good behaviour. And that was it. I must never do it again. If they catch me doing it again, I'll be in trouble. So obviously I was scared. I was like, okay. And I never did it again. I never stripped. To this day, I've never stripped to my teddy bears or dolls ever since. But yeah, I kind of got to thinking the other day, why did I ever do this? Like, I was talking to Nathan because I said like ideas for videos that I want to do on this channel, like story times and stuff, and I said about this video, and I was like, I don't know why I've started to strip to him. It's very bizarre, such a young age as well. So basically I got to thinking, and I think I realised why I did it, what kind of spurred it on in me to start stripping, and I blame my mum. Now, I know it's like, oh, how can you blame your mum? But I honestly do blame my mum. I love my mum to bits. Mummy's girl, you know all that. If you're like a regular viewer, you know that I love my mum. I'm very close to her. However, I do blame her for this. So, the reason why I blame her is because when I was a kid, she used to watch this show. Now, I can't remember the exact name of it, so I'll have to go on like Google or something. But I do know it had Angel in the title. It's like from the 80s, Angel something Angel, I don't know. Anyway, so it was about this woman. She was really, really pretty. She had dark hair, and by day she worked in an office, and then the evening would come and she'd turn into a stripper, hooker, kind of character. And yeah, my mum used to watch it, and I'd be like in the, you know, the same room, either like playing with my dolls, or I'd be doing some colouring, drawing, whatever. And I'd obviously at times look up to the television and see it. So I can't really think of anything else that would have inspired me, if that's the word you could use, inspire me to do that, because I wasn't exposed to any kind of sexualness in any way or stripping, but I did used to watch bits of that show when she had it on. So I blame my mum for putting stripping in my mind. So yeah, it's really embarrassing, but a true story. It did happen to me. I did used to strip to my teddy bears and dolls, and I thought about the title of this video. I thought, oh, that's a little bit clickbaity, but come on, you know, YouTubers use clickbait titles all the time, like seriously. And I haven't actually lied. It's not full clickbait, because it's the truth. I was stripping and my dad did catch me, so there we go. And when it comes to strippers, like, I've only ever been to 2 strip shows in my life. Once I was like 18 and I went with my mum, which is weird as well, but I went with my mum, my friend at the time, who I'm not friends with anymore, and her mum, and it was just 4 of us, and we went to see the Chippendales at like a local theatre. And yeah, I mean, it was good fun. Like, we all did have a laugh and stuff, but I didn't get like, you know, aroused or anything or turned on. I was just like, oh, this is fun. There's really good looking men taking their clothes off. Ha ha ha. You know, so that was that. And then the other time was about, well, how long ago? It's probably about 8 years ago now, 8, 9 years ago, and I went with a group of girls, like my mates, and that was just really awkward. Like, I didn't feel like turned on or sexy in any way. I just felt really awkward and uncomfortable. And I remember my friend at the time had booked these like tickets right in the front row, right in the centre, so like everything is like literally there in your face. And I just remember thinking, oh my god, I'm so embarrassed, oh my god, and I didn't want to look. And when they dance right near you, right in front of you, you kind of like, oh, like you don't know where to look kind of thing. It's just embarrassing. But some of the women in the audience, they're proper like going for it. They're wild, like, yeah, get them off, you know, get them trousers off. And I'm just like, I just yeah, I find it really really just embarrassing and awkward, and yeah, not sexy at all. And the strippers, like, they always put like oil on them. I don't like a man with oil on his body. I find it very weird. I don't find it sexy at all. And most strippers, they get this like baby oil or whatever, and they just like pour it all over them, and they're all greasy, and you're like, ugh. And apparently, I don't know if this is true, but apparently male strippers, they tie their willy up with like an elastic band or something to make it look more bulge-like. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I've heard, you know. So yeah, there you go. That is my stripper story. Actually, there is one more thing I just remembered to do with strippers. This is like a stripper ramble. Yeah. Okay, so basically I was, well, it was 18, it was my 18th birthday, and my mum thought it was really funny to get me a stripper for my birthday party. Now, I kept telling her, like, do not get me a stripper. She wasn't here for my 18th birthday party. She went out with her friend, and I had like a group of friends round. And yeah, I'd said to her, don't get me a stripper, because she kept winding me up. I'm going to get you a stripper for your birthday. And I was like, don't you dare. So she promised she wouldn't. However, she kind of broke her promise, and she did get me a stripper. And this is a true story. I've actually got video footage of this on like an old VHS that we've got on the video, because a friend recorded it. It's very embarrassing. Anyway, so basically, yeah, she had hired this stripper out. I think she paid like £40 for it or something, and I was sitting there opening like my presents and stuff, and then this guy walked into my room, like the lounge, and I thought, I don't know him, he's not one of my friends. And then for a minute I remember thinking, is it one of my friends, like boyfriends I don't know, that they brought along or something? And then he just come over to me and he's like, you Laura? I was like, yeah. And he's like, happy birthday, I'll make a strip for you. And I was just like, huh? And this is God's honest truth. What I did, I run out of my house. I literally done a runner. I run out of my house. I was at the end of the road crying and crying and crying, because it was my 18th birthday and there was this stripper in my house I didn't want. And I just remember just getting so upset. A few of my friends had come out and like comforted me, and yeah, they said, what are we gonna do? And I was like, I'm not coming in the house until that man is gone. I do not want a stripper. He's got to go. And that's the only way I'm coming back in my house. So makeup all over my face, because back then I was a goth, so I had quite like dark eye makeup and stuff. So I had like mascara just running, black lipstick, yeah. Very embarrassing. Anyway, so they got him out, and they explained that I was upset and he had to go. And I come back, and I found out later on from my mum that she still had to pay the money, even though he didn't even get to strip. He didn't even get to strip, and she still had to pay the money because he's still taken out of his time. But I remember like just like rowing with my mum afterwards, being like, "Why did you get me a stripper? Seriously, I really didn't want one." She said, "Well, you know, I thought you just said you didn't want one, but really you did." I was like, "No, like I really didn't. I was quite shy back then. I'm not as, you know, it wasn't as gobby as I am now. So I really didn't want a stripper." So anyway, and actually the really funny thing, and to end this video, because I'm rambling, sorry, is the same stripper years later. It was my mum's 50th birthday. We've also got video footage of this actually. It's my mum's 50th birthday, and we had a party of all like friends, family and stuff. And she said, "I really want a stripper. I really want a stripper." And so she ordered her own stripper. Like literally, she phoned up the agency and she booked her own stripper. Okay, so you kind of get to choose what kind of look you want or theme of a stripper, and she chose one that was quite tall, and she wanted one with dark hair. That was pretty much her only, like, you know, I just want dark hair, someone tall, dark hair. Okay, so oh, good looking, had to be good looking. So anyway, yeah, so 50th birthday party happens, stripper walks in the door. I had to open the door to him. And as I opened the door, bear in mind this was years later when my mum turned 50, you know, I thought I recognised that guy, and I was like, didn't think of it, you know. Anyway, so he walks in, and as he walked through, like, I thought, I know who that. He's the stripper that I had from all those years ago. It's the same stripper. And obviously, because my mum, like, didn't know anything, she was just like, hey, you know, and he does his little dance for, he takes all his clothes off. He didn't get his willy out, he only got down to his little G-string. But you could pretty much see everything. Do you know what I mean? It was all on show, and probably with the elastic band, I don't know. But yeah, and he done a little dance, and then he gets her on the floor, and it's all very bizarre. He puts like a rose in her mouth or something, and she has to take something out of his G-string. It's all a bit weird, but it's a very funny video. If I can figure out a way that I can play the video, because we've still got like an old VHS machine, and film it so you can see it's hilarious. It really is. Her just so like into it and just laughing about. And my grandma, bless her, was there at the time, and she knew that the whole stripper thing was going to happen, but she didn't want to watch. And you can see my grandma on the video just like with a blanket over her, like. But the thing is, she's like, I'm not going to look. I find that thing disgusting. I don't want to look at like stripping. You can see her on the video like with the blanket in front of her face, making out she's not looking, and then she's like peeking over, like having a look. It's such a funny memory. But the funny thing is, well, it's two funny things actually. The stripper, he said to her, "Hi Linda, I'm your stripper, and I was booked by Linda." So everyone laughed because they realised that she booked her own stripper. And the other funny thing is that he remembered, he was like, after he'd done his little show, whatever you can call it, he said, "Oh, I've been here years ago. This is the place where the girl was crying and run out the house and all that." And there's me, like a lot older, and I was like, yeah, that'd be me. I ran out from you because I didn't want a stripper, and Mum got me one. And he was laughing, we was all laughing. It's, yeah, very embarrassing, but very true. Same stripper all those years later. Well, who could have planned that? Unless they only had one stripper and he done it like just for the agency. He was the only one they had. Anyway, so I hope you've enjoyed this random ramble story time. We've gone from kind of me stripping to teddy bears, my dad catching me, to, yeah, Chippendales and my mum having the same stripper as I did. It's all very strange. So let me know in the comments, have you ever been to a strip show? You know, have you enjoyed it? And I want to know also, like, I've always found it quite interesting how when women go to strip shows, it's kind of like Chippendales, Dream Boys or whatever, or any other strip club men groups out there. Like, they just have a laugh and giggle and scream and, yeah, you know, like Magic Mike kind of audience. But then I think when men do it, it all feels like what I've seen on telly. I've never been to one, obviously. It just feels like the men are more kind of, I don't know, like really into it and like turned on, and they're not like screaming out having a laugh, they're just like, you know, perving, like eyes on sticks, you know. I don't know, like men and women I think respond differently to stripping, you know. I think, I'm not saying that some women don't go and get like proper turned on and stuff, but I don't know, just in general, I think women are more kind of, it's a laugh. And with my friends, a lot of women go on like hen nights and stuff like that before they get married. And I've actually been speaking to Nathan about it, and I was like, when we get married, I said, hen night and stag do, I don't not want any strippers involved with either of our little kind of things. If we do anything like that, I want it to be very like, I just don't want it. I don't want Nathan like going to see like strippers, and I don't want to see strippers. There's no strippers involved. Oh, but anyway, let me know in the comments any comments you've got about strippers. Hey, maybe you're a stripper. Have you ever stripped your teddy bears or anyone else? Thank you for watching, and please don't forget, click like, comment, subscribe. I'm so sorry I look such a mess. I really look terrible. It's so hot in England right now. We had a heat wave, it got a little bit cooler, and then it come back. So it's really hot and sweaty again, and it's horrible. There's no point in putting makeup on because it just melts off. And yeah, my head is just like sweaty, and I've got a big spot there. I look terrible. Anyway, so links to my social media are down below, so come follow me and add me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Goodreads as well. Links down below. And what else? Oh, one more thing before I go. I've also got another YouTube channel, and it's called Minx Laura 123 ASMR. And on that channel I make ASMR videos, which are basically relaxation videos to help people with anxiety, insomnia, just to chill you out really, do you know. And also some people when they watch ASMR videos get like a pleasant tingly sensation in their scalp because they're so relaxed. And yeah, it sounds weird, I know, but it really does help a lot of people. So please go and check out my other channel as well. All right, everyone, I'm going to go now. Thank you for watching. Hopefully I've made you laugh, maybe cringe a little bit as well, but hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Thank you. Take care. Mwah. Bye.